This is Robert Masters, your video editor. I thought I'd provide a bit of background and insight to my video as it starts up and progresses. Early in 2018, my brother Jerry Masters and I began talking about making a big cross-country trip with our motorhomes and motorcycles. Well, we waited in 2019 to do that. We literally traversed the country in some search of some of the best motorcycle touring locations we could find. We found quite a few. One of those places was in Moab, Utah, and the Arches National Park. We start here with a few still photographs I took while what we came to see that day on July 9th, 2019. Truly an amazing place. The road through the park is excellent and made for a perfect motorcycle tour. We took our time, rode pretty slow so we could see the sights well as we went along, because if you go too fast you just can't see much on a motorcycle. You'll see that there's some beautiful scenes here, and I'll try to provide some music in the background maybe, and a little bit of commentary as we go along. Enjoy the video. Now right here in the beginning, that's Jerry, my brother, and his wife Donna up in front of us on the Spider. We've just left the campground, and we are now just leaving out of Moab, the town in Utah. And as you can see, it's really good because for motorcycle riding, because the roads are just in awesome, good condition. It makes roads here in North Carolina just look absolutely horrible, and they are. But the roads in Utah, except around Salt Lake City, I might add, are pretty good. Here's the entrance we're coming up on to the Arches National Park. Typical national park entrance. Now we're getting there pretty early, and it's pretty cool. It's probably in the low 50s, and it's probably about 8:30 in the morning. As you can see, it looks like we have the road to ourselves, and everything's good, and we were worried about that, but we got there plenty early enough and didn't have to wait in line. In fact, we didn't find anybody at the gate to even take your money to get in. Of course, we get in for free because we're senior citizens, and we have the card to get in free to all national parks. But we get there up here to the gate, and you'll see that there's nobody there. And we move right along. There's a dash of my BMW and all that. You can see how I had GPS going and everything. But again, the day will warm up, and before the day's over, we'll be shedding off a lot of these clothes that we got on right now. When we came out at the end of the day, or into the afternoon, I should say, there were cars and motorhomes and such backed way back up this road we are on right now. So anyway, we timed it right. We'll start running into quite a few people later on, but we at least got ahead of the big rush to get in. I think some people were waiting quite some time to even just get in the gate. And that proved true of some other parks that we went to also. You see, you got a little green light comes on there, but when you look in the window, there's nobody home. So we just continued on, and here we go, heading on into the park. As you can see, it's just really majestic right from the beginning, and it's hard to tell you, but there's some good hill grades right here. You can see if you look closely. And again, this rock is a lot red looking, and it's a soft rock, a sandstone type of rock, so you don't have any kind of rock climbing going on or anything like that. It wouldn't be suitable for that anyway, and of course I don't think they would even allow that in a national park. See, we got a lot of shadows, and that's kind of problematic, but if you go in the mornings, that's inevitable, obviously, and so to speak, and the same in the evenings. A lot of shadows, and it's hard for the sun to come up from behind those rock outcrops. Of course, when the sun does come up from behind that, of course, it'll warm right up, and before you know it, you're actually hot. by now. We've been in the park several hours, really, and you'll start to see that the crowd is building up. And when you get to these really good scenes where there's lots of attractions, you can see all the motorhomes. And that's another issue that really kind of surprised me, is that these national parks, even with these real narrow roads sometimes and stuff, still allow RVs, large ones actually, sometimes, to go into the park and drive on the roads proper. Kind of surprising, really. You'd think they'd be a little bit more concerned about those big trucks, big RVs tearing roads up. I didn't even realize that we could have taken our motorhomes out there on these trips like this if we wanted to, but of course the whole point was we wanted to ride the motorcycles. But this is one of the attraction areas, and you can see there's a lot more cars and all that there. And as the day gets on, it just gets more and more crowded, which is another reason why we always tried to leave early in the morning. See, we didn't even stop in there. We just kind of drove through there because it was just too crowded, and you can see what you want to see from the road right here, really. So that's about it for this time around, and we got a little bit more little ways to go. brings us to the end of the video. Thought I'd share some more clips with you real quick. I highly recommend a trip to Moab, Utah. Lots to do there, but it's going to be real hot in the middle of summer. Cooler in the fall, cooler in the spring, less crowded. It's like I say, a very worthwhile trip. We thoroughly enjoyed ourselves there. Alright, well, we hope you all enjoyed the video, and we're signing off. Waiting to publish the next one.